Iron Curtain is a massive kettlebell workout. It consists out of two exercises, the jerk and the snatch. While it is very simple to understand, it is very hard to do. But wait, the kettlebell is coming. Join the House of Stark. Become a member today and get started for only $1. Link in description. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe Stark here. The Iron Curtain is a Russian biathlon. Like I mentioned, it's two exercises. We have the jerk and we have the snatch. What we're going to do is 40 reps of the jerk with 2 kettlebells and 100 snatches with 1 kettlebell. We also want to follow the biathlon rules. This means if you want to do the 40 jerks, you don't want to put the kettlebell down. You want to keep going until you're able to manage to keep the kettlebells up in the air or in the rack position. It's going to be a lot of fun, I promise. With the second exercise, 100 snatch, we have only one arm switch. This means it's 100 reps on the table that you have to do, and while you're at it, you can only switch hands once. It doesn't matter if it's 60-40, 70-30, or 50-50. If you want to split the volume equally between left and right, I recommend to go the 50-50 route. On a side note, this is how Valery Fedorenko used to score his major events. Not too long ago in kettlebell sport competitions with single arm exercises like the snatch, they were only counting your weakest side. This means in a 10-minute set, if you did 100 reps with the left side and 99 reps with the right side, the 99 reps were the ones that actually counted. Let's check out the jerk and the snatch in detail. One of the major points in the jerk is the rack position, because this is where you're actually getting some rest. So as we clean both kettlebells up, I insert my hands inside the window of the kettlebell, elbows close to the body, and then I interlace both kettlebells on the top of each other. And then I lock them with my fingers. My abdominal area is a platform where I can rest my elbows and the weights on to get ready for the leg drive. Leg drive means that I use the strongest muscles of my body, my legs, to catapult the weights overhead. And as I land overhead, I fall into that second dip, sort of a mini squat, catch the weights overhead, finish in the top fixation, and then I bring both kettlebells back into the rack. I apologize in advance for those 40 reps. I don't mean to kill you, but they will feel like you're almost dying. So a major goal for you would be to build up the volume slowly. Start with 10 reps, then 15, then 20, then 25, and slowly work your way up to 40. Here's a great cue that I've learned from Steven, a kettlebell sport coach from the UK. He says, down means up. In the snatch, as the kettlebell drops into the backswing, you want to stomp or stab your feet, especially your heels and your midfoot area, into the floor, because this will activate your hips and your glutes. Activating your hips and your glutes causes that spring effect as the kettlebell wants to travel backwards. Another important aspect of the snatch is the hand insertion, of course, inserting your hand as deep as possible inside the window of the kettlebell, similar to the jerk. And as we drop the kettlebell, we don't want to drop the kettlebell too far outside, but keep the kettlebell as close as possible to the body as I'm flipping the kettlebell around my forearm and then I'm unlocking the elbow. As you are advancing through the snatch, if you don't want your palm skin to look like hamburger meat, you have to use the proper technique. And again, similar to the jerk, you want to build up the volume slowly. It's 10 snatches, 20, 30, 40, and always split the volume equally between left and right, which means 10 with the left, 10 with the right, 20 with the left, 20 with the right, so on and so forth. Weight recommendation for a beginner would be no weight at all, because this is not a workout for you, my friends. However, if you're getting advanced, you can start with double 12, double 16s, and if you're really proficient at the exercise, you want to use double 20s. With the snatch, you want to use the same weight with one arm, of course, that you were using in the jerk. Always rest according to your perceived exertion. However, once you're getting proficient with the exercises, with the kettlebell jerk, the idea is to not to put the kettlebell down until those 40 reps are finished. Once you've done those 40 reps, you want to rest maybe a minute or two, and then start with the 100 snatch. Even though this is a beast of a workout, it gives you a lot of ultimate bang for your buck, because it only takes you about 10 to 12 minutes to complete. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Like the video, consider subscribing, share with a friend, and then join the House of Stark. If you want to become a member with Lebe Stark, you can get started with $1 only. Get access to all our powerful courses, get access to weekly workouts with me, where I'll get to know you personally. So if you're interested, check the link right here.